what makes a good landing page call to action? Let's start with the call to action. A landing page is like you're doing some advertising, you're driving people to a page. You're not necessarily throwing them into a website to try to figure out what to do, but you're throwing them into a page that's just for that campaign. How do we think about the call to action on this page? What are the elements? How does that work to make it as effective as possible?
Yeah, so I think of call to actions in kind of two ways. One is make sure that it's benefit oriented. So you see a lot of pages where you'll see a form. Maybe it's get a quote. Maybe it's schedule an appointment. Maybe it's
get more information.
Download the ebook, get access to the training, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that they want. But the button that activates what they want says something like submit.
Yeah, kind of sterile.
Yeah. And submit, it's even like a submit to my authority. It's even got kind of a connotation of like
that's kind of creepy.
Submit.
Yeah.
So for me, whenever a good rule of thumb to what your call to action should be is try to finish the sentence from the user's perspective of I want to. Right. So if you're a home remodeling contractor, what does the person want when they go to their website? I want to get a kitchen remodeling quote. So take the I want to off. Your button, if that's what your action you're driving on your site, your button should say get my free remodeling quote or get my kitchen remodeling quote. So always make sure the button it communicates benefit to the customers. Never use it. There's almost no instance where you should say
and if you take that little nugget of insight, that also kind of applies to the rest of the page, right? You can kind of start with that submit button and explode it out from there. So the headline, and the way the form is framed up, how you're presenting the forms.
Exactly, and that's the second one, how you're presenting the form and how you're presenting this call to action. I call it the action block or whatever.
Okay.
And make sure that it stands out from a design standpoint. So an example would be if you've got a really Spartan design that's kind of black and white with a few uses of color, you don't want your call to action button to be, say, gray. Make it your brand color. Make it stand out. Or likewise, if you've got a lot of your brand colors is more orange, and you've and your offsetting color is green or something. That's your brand colors. If the prominence of your design element, all your other design elements is orange, you want to make sure your call to action button is green. Make it stand out. And a lot of times you see people draw a box out and make the box background a different color. Something to make that action area stand out and lift it in prominence in the design flow. And that just tells people, like, this is the important thing on the page. This is what I want you to do. So one, make sure it's benefit oriented. And two, make sure from a design standpoint, from color and prominence, make sure that it stands out.
Excellent. Good.